Good morning, children. Welcome to our chemistry online class. So, last class we discussed about a type of chemical reaction called SN1 and SN2. So, in today's class we are going to deal about a different type of chemical reaction, that is elimination reaction, and one more reaction is there, the reaction of haloalkanes with active metals. So, let's start.
So in nucleophilic reaction, we have seen that a nucleophile attacking the haloalkane and the haloalkane leaves. So there is a substitution occurring. So what will be there in the elimination reaction? What do you mean by elimination? We have seen this elimination is in some reality shows, elimination round. Similarly, if we check the elimination reaction, it is the removal of the some groups or substituents from a compound. If in the elimination reaction, if the elimination of any group occurs, there is the formation of the unsaturated bond. Unsaturated bond means double bond or triple bond. Here you can see an example. Here if you check the compound, it is an haloalkane. So in this haloalkane, what is there? It is 2-chloropropane. In 2-chloropropane, if you check, we can see that one chlorine is there. And in order to go, if the chlorine or this, it is a haloalkane. If haloalkane is reacted with a nucleophile or strong base, what will happen is it is lead to the formation of the double bond. Here the chlorine and one hydrogen will eliminate from the compound. But in the nucleophilic reaction, there is only the elimination or leaving of halogen group. But in elimination reaction, there is a leaving of halogen and hydrogen. So let's see it is one by one. Before going to the elimination reaction detailing, we have to remember 3 points. Those are alpha carbon, beta carbon and beta hydrogen. For example, if you check this compound, here you can see halogen attached to the second carbon. So the second carbon is known as alpha carbon. And the carbon atom attached to the alpha carbon is known as beta carbon. Here you can see beta carbon. This is beta carbon. And the hydrogen attached to the beta carbon is known as beta hydrogen. So these are three important points of the elimination reaction. So let's move to the elimination reaction. What will occur in elimination reaction? So in the elimination reaction, there are several types of elimination reaction. Dehydrogenation is there, dehydrohalogenation is there. There are several types of mechanism is there, E1 is there, E2 is there and all of things are there. But we have to study only few things, that is in elimination reaction of haloalkane, that is dehydrohalogenation. And there are several patterns, several steps in the elimination reaction, and these are: first is the breaking the bond of carbon and leaving group. For example, carbon and chlorine or carbon or bromine. And the second step is breaking the bond of carbon and hydrogen. We said hydrogen also lives with the halogen. So second step is the breaking the bond of carbon and hydrogen. And third step is formation of pi bond between carbon and carbon, that is triple or double bond. So if you see an example, you will be clear about it. So we'll move to the example and the type of reaction. And in the case of haloalkane, it is dehydrohalogenation. So what do you mean by dehydrohalogenation? It is the removal of hydrogen and halogen from the haloalkane. It is also known as beta elimination because beta hydrogen is removing from the haloalkane. And here you can see the example. Here you can see the definition. When an alkyl halide having beta hydrogen are heated with some base. So in order to occurring of this reaction, we have to provide some condition, that is we have to provide heat. And if you are giving alcoholic KOH to the reaction or alkoxide, the halogen is eliminated from the alpha position and hydrogen is eliminated from the beta position. It is leading to the formation of alkenes. For example, if you check here you can see this is alpha carbon. So this chlorine is removed from this alpha carbon, and here two beta carbons are there. Here also one beta carbon is there. Here also one beta carbon is there. So the beta carbon is eliminated from, beta hydrogen is eliminated from the carbon. So halogen eliminated from the alpha position, hydrogen is eliminated from the beta position. So it is known as dehydrohalogenation of haloalkanes. Let's move to the mechanism. We said that first step is, it is not step by step, it is simultaneously occurring. There are E1 mechanism and E2 mechanism. Mainly E2 mechanism is following, that is similar to our SN2. E2 means biomolecular. Every step is occurring in the one step. We can see here, first this halogen will remove. If the halogen is removed, maybe there is a formation of carbocation, that is an E1 mechanism. If the halogen leaves, what will happen is, this is strong base. The strong base and hydrogen will react. If it will react, it will form a compound BH, and so the valency of carbon will be less. So in order to, because we know that the valency of carbon is 4, in order to attain the valency of 4, what will happen is, this bond will shifted to, in between this carbon and carbon. So the single bond between the carbon and carbon will move to carbon-carbon double bond. So here we can see this carbon is alpha carbon, halogen is removed from alpha carbon, and here you can see beta carbon, hydrogen is removed from the beta carbon. Beta hydrogen is removing. So, and the formation of the new pi bond, it is pi bond. So, new formation of the pi bond, and X leaving group is there, and a formation of a small molecule also there. And it is a beta elimination. And here you can see some more examples of the beta. And if there are two beta hydrogen, what we can do? If you check this compound, secondary butyl chloride, here you can see two beta hydrogens. It is a alpha carbon. So two beta carbons are there. So there is a possibility of the formation of two products. Here you can see maybe but2 is also possible if carbon is if the hydrogen is eliminating from this beta carbon, there is a possibility of formation of butene, and if the hydrogen is eliminating from this compound, there is formation of maybe the chance of but1ene. But the but2ene is major product. Why? Because we can see that it is mainly by one rule. This rule is known as Say-Stuff rule. We already studied one rule, Markovnikov rule. Similar rule is there, that is known as Say-Stuff rule. So what do we mean by Say-Stuff rule is, according to Say-Stuff rule, in dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is the most substituted alkene. Most substituted alkene means the carbon which having more number of alkyl group, or the alkene which having number of methyl group attached. For example, if you check here, this is a unsymmetrical compound. So there are two beta carbon. This is beta carbon, this is beta carbon. So the reaction will be, the product will be, if the Br will remove from here and one hydrogen also remove from here, so the bond from this hydrogen will shift it to here. So the formation of the CH3, CH double bond, CH3. And if bromine is leave from here and the hydrogen is leave from here and the bond shifted to here, what will happen is, we will get but1ene. So we'll get, this is as the major product. Why? Because it is more stable. Why it is more stable means, the carbocation formed here will be more stable by, it can form more resonance structure, thus it will be more stable. So why it is, according to Say-Stuff rule, if we check here double bond is there, this product, there are Ethyl group is attached to this double bond carbon. If we check this double bond, methyl group is attached to this. But if we check this double bond, here ethyl group 1, 2, there are methyl group attached to this carbon. So if you check this double bond, here carbon is here, only 2 hydrogens are attached to this carbon. So it will be the more substituted alkane. So alkene. So it will be the major product. It is also similar to the SN1 and SN2. There are different type of elimination reaction, E1 and E2. Most of the cases E1 will be favored. For this type of compound, E1 will favored because the more stable carbocation will be there. Thus, E1 will be stable here. And if you check here, I hope you understood what is this Say-Stuff rule. According to Say-Stuff rule, the product, the alkene which has the greater number of alkyl group attached to the double bonded carbon atom. If you check, this is double bond, this is double bonded carbon atom, because from where the hydrogen leaves, that you have to remember, where the hydrogen leaves from the carbon, that is known as beta hydrogen. So and beta carbon. So if beta carbon having more substituted alkyl group with it is, then it will be more stable. I am repeating this. Here you can see the carbon attached with the CH3 group, but here the carbon attached to only two hydrogen. So here it is more substituted methyl group is there. That's why it is more stable.